you can see this isn't exactly an unboxing video because I totally opened this. I'm not gonna wait with opening my parcels just until a camera can catch my perfect reaction to it. And to be fair, my reaction to it would probably be something like, yes, this is what I expected. I now have to go back to work. An actual, genuine, authentic unboxing by me would probably not be fun. So this is, well, is it fun? If I was a cat, this would be a lot of fun. No, as a human who cares about the environment, a part of me is like, what is this? Well, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. This is fun. I can totally reuse that. And I will reuse that too. So I'm keeping all the trash, okay? I will keep the trash. And then I will gift it to somebody else. That noise I never want to hear again in my life. I can still use that. Yeah, I totally got that one out up front. I just put it back in there so I can take it out again. But the others are, of course, oh my goodness. Well, that's the reason why I didn't get them out before. It's because they're I have books. Yes, I have books. Oh my goodness, I am so weak. I should use that for exercise. Oh, yeah, and then I'll have to put them back into the box because I don't know where else to put them. Go back into the box, you. I mean, the background isn't very nice. I think it adds a little bit of flair. Yes. I should decorate shop windows. Clearly, I have a knack for aesthetics. Yeah. So that was a fun little intro. I'm here to talk about this one, the one and only final mermaid book, the last of its kind. No, there should be a lot of them. That's kind of the point. Now, the mermaids started as a personal project in the year, I'm probably wrong, let's say 2016. That sounds about right. Maybe 2015. Let's say 16. And I wanted to just draw one mermaid each week until I got 100. I did take longer than 100 weeks because there was at least one lengthier break where I was really busy. So yeah, I mostly worked on this as a promotional project for me because I was just starting out as an illustrator, and I find that having a lengthier project that keeps you busy for a long time, that keeps you creating new stuff, that keeps you experimenting, that keeps you posting about your work regularly is really useful if you're not drowning in work otherwise. So I started that, and then I had a Patreon for a bit for the second half. And so thank you for all my mermaid patrons for helping me along on making you were part of this. You were part of what is now this book. You know, first I self-published a book with all 100 mermaids, and this is actually my proof copy, which I printed before I asked the printer to print all the 100 copies. It was a really limited small edition, and they're just 100. And this one, but you don't want this one. This is the proof copy that I use when I work on stuff that has to do with the mermaids. Like, I have lots of notes in there, and they have nothing to do either of these books. I mean, they're kind of from when I was thinking about doing a self-help mermaid book. So they're all my notes as to how these mermaids can help you. So this is about resourcefulness and creating opportunities. And this is funny because I have originals for all these mermaids, apart from the ones I've sold. And I just can't find the one for this one. And it drives me mad because it's one of my favorite drawings, and I just can't find it. And I don't think I've sold it. Don't think I have, it's just can't find it. It's really hard to keep track of them. It's just so many mermaids. If you happen to have this one in my home and I just forgot I sold it to you, which shouldn't happen because invoices are a thing, please let me know so I can stop searching. Never mind. Yeah, so this was the first. I still handled the printer and the shipping and my shop and all this for this one, and I was like, yeah, that's it, that's the mermaids wrapped up, I can do something else. But people were like, is the mermaid book still available? What about the mermaid book? Do you still have the mermaid book? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, I can't print another edition of the first because it was strictly limited to 100 copies, and but I guess I can do a softcover edition. This one has a bonus part in the back. It has like a sketchbook and stuff, and this one doesn't. This is just the mermaids. It's very bare bones and the softcover. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. And I did, and I had issues with the printer, and I had, by the time I was selling this one, I had so much stuff to do that was not these mermaids, and I felt really stressed, and kind of, things happened, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this again. I want somebody else to handle this. And yeah, I sold these out and was like, okay, that's it for now. And I still got people asking, what about the mermaid book? Do you still have the mermaid book? And I was like, this is such an old project. I mean, I love it. It has a special place in my heart, but I want to do other things now, and I don't want to be printing and shipping mermaid books and so on. And so I sent the wonderful people at Eye of Newt Books one of these copies, and I was like, would you be interested? Would you be interested in mermaid booking with me? And they said yes, but it wasn't gonna be just a reprint of that one. We were going to make a new book, and I was prepared for that. I was prepared to put another round of effort and sweat and mermaid tears into this project, to see it published. Just so funny. I have a friend who Elena Helfrecht, she edited the first editions of the mermaid book with me, and she was such a great help. I'm eternally grateful. No, seriously, eternally grateful for that. It's really not something I take for granted. And she could never believe that nobody would just take it as it is. And I was sitting there, no, nobody's going to take it as it is because it's a mess. It's such a weird blend of fiction and different styles of writing. And don't get me wrong, I love it. That was the book I wanted to make, but I understand that markets, if you want to have a mass market product, it's gonna look different than the thing you come up with, the thing you just kind of do for yourself. So I was absolutely prepared that if I was gonna work on the mermaid book with a publisher, that we'd have to do new edits, that it would need to be a different book, one that can actually be sold to booksellers, right? Because in publishing, books are not that often sold directly from the publisher to you know, the customer, which would be you, but to booksellers who then will sell the book to you. And I'm not a great famous artist where people can be like, oh yeah, people will just buy this because my name is attached. No, people, you know, booksellers need to be able to place it in their own in the books they're offering. They need to know that there are customers who will want this book, and for that it's much more important that it can be placed in the market, and that's just kind of the realities of it. And so yeah, this is a field guide, right? The first one wasn't a field guide, it was just a collection of my brain mess with pretty mermaid pictures, and I was mostly just hoping the mermaid pictures would be nice enough that people would excuse my brain mess. And this is a proper field guide, you know. I haven't layouted this. But it turned out so beautiful. I'm not a graphic designer, so I'm always playing it really safe. So yeah, this is beautifully designed by the team. It's now field guide. The world building is actually coherent. Things make more sense. We've dug deeper into the science, pseudoscience, into the science behind each mermaid. It's a shortened version. I actually don't know how many mermaids are in this, but it's less than 100. So it's more of a highlight reel. So yeah, but we dig deeper into each mermaid than I did before. Oh, it's so nicely layouted. It's a proper Lillefiskian field guide there. So for people asking, is Dr. Lillefisk real? Of course she's real. She's just somewhere else doing important mermaid research. She's presumably somewhere on a ship in the cold, getting rained on, and still standing at the railing, you know, with her binoculars, like, this might be a mermaid over there. I mean, that's how she is. Yes, but I'm the one who's here. I have to do the marketing. Is this good marketing? Should I just be like, this is amazing and the best, you should buy it? I don't know. It is amazing and the best, and you should buy it. Genuinely, no, I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. It's like, it's the last version, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that the book can be offered to more people, because I just couldn't handle so much shipping and packaging, and because I love making books, but ultimately it's not how I make my money. I make my money doing freelance illustration work, and I have to spend most of my time on that, and I can't just, can't run a shop full time. So I'm so glad that we have this book now, which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it has gold on the cover. I love gold on covers. So, and I mean that it's so nicely designed, and I'm so grateful to the Newtians. No, I will never say this again. The Newts. But I'm so grateful for the lovely people at Newt Books that they have taken on this project with me, and I think the end result is just really, really beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm always wondering, do I tell people about the prior books, because there will always be people who will be like, but we want the old one. Can we get the old one? And the answer is no, you can't, unless you find someone who has one and wants to sell it. It's kind of, but I also feel it feels disingenuous to be like, this is the first of its kind. I mean, it is of the new edition, but it feels weird to just say, oh, to ignore the history behind it. And I don't really like pinning books against each other. I think of them as separate books, but if you want the artwork, it's here, and it's beautifully printed and presented, and the mermaids are, the texts are, oh, there they. You can learn so much about the mermaids, because it's more about the mermaids before it was about my artist ego. And now here I am pitting the books against each other, which I shouldn't. Now I love both versions, and I'm proud of both versions. But I see this as the final, you know, the final step on the mermaid's path, so to speak. And anyone can have it, you know. It's not strictly limited to 100 copies and to what I can manage, but anyone can have this beautiful book, and it's available internationally, although shipping, of course, might vary. But you can buy it anywhere. It has an ISBN number. My self-published books never had ISBN numbers, although I could have probably managed getting one, but this has one. You can order it anywhere. It's so cool, and I could theoretically see it in a shop once, you know, at some point. Maybe. I have to beg the Berlin shops around here to please carry my book, please carry it. I mean, it has to be here because otherwise, probably it being in English, most shops wouldn't carry it around here. So if you see this actually in a shop in the wild, I would love to see a photograph, because again, I likely won't, but I could, maybe it's, oh, that would be really cool. I think it's only the whole, you know, I'm officially a traditionally published author now, actually. I mean, Dr. Lillefisk is, but I take credit for the editing process, please. But I don't think it's quite sinking in yet. And it's been such a long process, you know. The mermaids have been with me for years, and I've been working, I think, for 3 years overall on that one, and this one has taken another half year or so to get it where it is. And of course this one was also a team effort. The other one was mostly just me in my bedroom. So yeah, maybe. Yeah, my grandpa is always asking me when I want to have children, and he's also asking me what I do for work, and whether I'm going to show anything I'm making for work to him, because he doesn't use the internet, so he just doesn't know. And yeah, I'll just give him that one. Like, this is my legacy. This is how we continue the family name. Never mind. Oh. It has new book smell. It does. Oh, yeah, this is... What else? What else is one to say? It's beautiful. It has mermaids in it. It's the pinnacle of years of work. And you could have one of these. You could have one. Oh. Wait, can I cover myself in them? Yes. I should roll. No, I should not roll in them. They would get damaged. But I can cover myself in them. I think I should end this now before things are getting weird.